Hello everyone, my name is Dobby, covered in floss here and on Instagram, and this is my channel about cross stitch. And today I just wanted to film like a short stitch with me and some update what has been happening in my life recently, because it's kind of a lot and it's pushed me to start thinking about some things differently. So yeah, first we're going to be stitching today on the better to see you with. Just going to try to show you that by Misty Walk Up, charted by the Cross Stitch Studio. You know, sorry, I'm obsessed with Little Red Riding Hood, and this one I wanted to stitch for absolutely forever. And when I bought it, it took me even longer to start. So I'm there. I am at 0.64%, and I'm just slowly stitching away. As you can see, there is a whole blanket in here. I'm slowly stitching away on the sky part. So I don't know how much you're going to see in general, because it's just basically stitching almost white on white. At the moment I'm stitching with 3756, so this is just like super pale blue that looks like a bit off-white, cold white, I would say. So yeah, what has been happening and why I just wanted to connect and give you an update. So during my last update video, I was talking about wanting to film a bit more, but I didn't know how my brain is going to work with the 2 update videos in a month, because then how I'm going to just like give you a recap of a month with all the stats and so on. So it just like it's kind of not working for me. So I decided to go into the stitch with me route. So just grab your stitching, grab your drink, and let's see what we can do during this time. So it's Wednesday the 19th of February. It's midday exactly, and why I'm here stitching and not working. So I am on a medical leave, and why? So let me tell you a story. I was talking about that before, that I had some migraines in January, and it was like a period of 2 weeks when I had migraines for 8 or 9 days, and I was just like, what the heck is happening? I happen to have migraines, but it was never so long and so intense that it was like really affecting my everyday life, and it was very difficult to do anything, because with each movement I could basically feel my brain basically rattling in my head and so on. So I am not the biggest fan of just like, taking painkillers whenever, but I had to, because I wasn't able to function normally. But then it just like went away, and it's just like fine. Maybe it was just like, of course, I'm a woman, so I was told in the past that this is connected to hormones, blah blah blah. Perfect. Okay. So my hormones hate me in another area. Why not? So yeah, it went away, and I kind of forgot or just stopped thinking about that. But it started happening again this month. So after like a second day, I was just like, nope, I need to see a doctor. I need to see a doctor, I need to see a neurologist, I need to just like do everything and so on. So it was scary a bit, because it's just like, if you hear strange sounds in the background, it's cats that just decided to start flying, because why not? So yeah, it was scary, because I just like, what the heck is happening? It's your head, it's your brain, it's something neurological. It's just, you just don't know. You just don't know. But I saw some hello, bye bye. Okay, I saw some doctors. I had tests, lots of tests, and so on, and it turned out that it's not a neurological problem per se, that it's a kind of physical, partially. Why partially? Why not per se? Blah blah blah. It's stress related. So all my stress is kind of located in my shoulders, and it's always been like that. So when you ask me to relax my shoulders, and I am sure that I have relaxed my shoulders, believe me, they're not relaxed. They're still just like very much at the height of my years. So, but because of that, it turned out that I was tense. So, and I am working at the computer the whole day, then it's stitching, and of course it is not the most comfortable hobby as well in general for our back and everything. So it turned out that I kind of trapped a nerve. So I didn't feel that like normally I would in the back or neck or shoulder or spine or whatever, but that it actually started affecting the nerves that are somewhere in my head, and that this is what is causing the pain. So all the pain that I have, and so it's not migraine, so this is good. But what is not so good is that it not necessarily reacts to painkillers. So it kind of dulls the pain, but it doesn't necessarily make it go away like fully. So yeah, it's been quote unquote fun, but at least I have some answers. And also altogether with that, it was my birthday yesterday. I turned 42 now, so I decided that the combination of all these things, I was already thinking about that before, but now in combination with that and so on, and just really trying to get myself better and make myself healthier, I'm going to start thinking about the plan. And the plan, capital P, is something that is just like it kind of feels very obvious, very self-explanatory and so on. But the thing is that it was never a part of my life fully. And as I was mentioning last time in my video, that as a person with ADHD, it is very, very difficult to kind of work out a routine and get used to doing some things. So yesterday I was just sitting down and writing down everything that I was thinking about for last few weeks, because it's started, I think, still in 2024 basically. What things I want to do, what things I want to change, what things I want to achieve, and so on. So, as you know, I am in general on my weight loss journey and trying to get my eating disorder under control and everything like that. So, definitely it is also connected. However, I decided that I need to think about other things around. So at the moment I have a very, very detailed plan regarding my calories intake, the macros that I need to be taking, the amount of water I need to drink, and so on. And I, at the moment, with my lifestyle and everything that I'm doing, today is the first day of everything, and I am starting to get to 1500 kilocalories a day for like a basic. Then if I have anything that, for example, I have a more intense workout, more like calories burned out and so on, so of course it can also change. I'm not going to starve myself, absolutely not. I don't want to jump from one eating disorder to another. However, I want to be in control what is happening. So then there's going to be like a suitable amount of protein and fiber. Remember, fiber is super, super important for women, so this is something what I want to do as well. And I've already started. I told you before that I am on a like regular meals at the moment. I started with some meal prepping, and now I am introducing kind of more elements to everything. I'm also simplifying things. So I have like a high fiber, high protein mixture for breakfast. So it's like chia seed and the, oh god, I forgot the name in English. In German it's Flohsamenschalen. It's Physilicum husk, something like that. And the oats or porridge, some fruit to that, and protein powder. I found kind of protein powder that doesn't taste like powder, that it dissolves and it fits perfectly. So it's the clear whey protein, like the isolate whey protein. So yeah, I'm getting that. There's just like some yogurt and so on. So it works. It keeps me feel full for like a longer period of time and so on. So I started with that, then planning lunches and dinners, less snacking and all of this stuff. So at the moment I am introducing to the mix more of the intentional movement. So as you know, I also started at the gym. I haven't been very regular recently because of reasons, stuff was happening. But now I'm getting back there, so the plan is to be in the gym like 3 times a week. One of them is it's like reha sport, so it's something that helps you with movement, with your just like body issues and so on. So like ages ago I had 2 accidents that left me with my 2 vertebrae moved a tiny bit, but it's just like you wouldn't say it, you wouldn't see that. But the thing is that it caused like a highly limited movement on my right side, so my arm, my shoulder and the neck. So it basically does not interfere so much with my regular life, but I would like to be able to do more, and especially that from time to time it just like it caused pain and so on. So I've been doing this reha sport for half a year at the moment, and I am happy to say that I see massive progress already. There is still like a huge way to go, a very long one, but I'm happy that I started. So that would be like one of the visits at the gym, and then doing like 2 other trainings with this is all for the beginning, of course. 2 other trainings with like the strength training and cardio mixed up, and during the other 4 days I am planning on doing like intentional movement for at least 20 minutes a day. So it's going to be like a stationary bike. I have a bike at home, or when the weather is better, just like a normal bike outside. I love biking. I absolutely love biking. I'm planning this year to look into e-bikes, so I can do like longer routes as well, because it's fun, it brings me joy, and this is just like this kind of movement that I absolutely love. And then I want to do more regular stretching exercising. So this is something with the TheraBand or just without anything, just to stretch my body. And there's just like, it's a huge plan for the future, but I'm just basically afraid of starting. So maybe jogging in the future. People tell me to just like start with walks and then just some jogs. The thing is, I hate walking. I don't know what it's like. Walking is boring. It's absolutely boring the hell out of me. And it's just like I was trying to explain that to my boyfriend who loves walks and so on. It's just like, if it's not anything that has a goal at the end, so we are going somewhere, so we are just going, I don't know, we are going to the shop, we're going to visit somebody or anything else, or visiting a place when we are on holidays, and holiday walking is a completely different thing. It's just like I am bored out of my mind. I am just bored out of my mind, and it doesn't help if I'm walking with someone, if I have music playing, if I have audiobooks or podcasts playing. No. This is just like, I just cannot, I don't want to, I refuse. So, yeah. And the funniest thing is that I can do exactly the same route on a bike with no problem. It's not boring. I don't even need my headphones or anything. I can bike away and just enjoy the moment. But doing the same on my own 2 feet, nope. I cannot, my brain just doesn't accept it as a form of exercising. So yeah, it's a bit difficult, but still I would need to try, because if I don't learn how to walk, I won't be able to run. But we shall see. I definitely would need to find like good shoes, which is very, very problematic because I have wide feet with very, very high insole and so on. So it's all the fun. And so this is another thing that I want to introduce. And of course, when at home, like some extra stuff, like for example, dancing for half an hour or things like that. So, but in having intentions to do so, it's not like accidental one. So it's just, yeah, I'm going through the shops and it just, my watch logs this as like 7 minutes of walking or whatever. No, this is not what I want to do. I want to do everything with intention. So altogether, it's just like that was a plan earlier, but now with my problems with my neck, shoulder, trapped nerves, and the headaches that result from that, I really want to concentrate, because just like I turned 42, it's another year, and recently in a conversation with my doctor, I told him that I am, at the moment, I'm really happy with my life. I am happy with the decisions I made, even if they were just like heavy decisions in some points. But I am really happy with my life, and I think that this is one of the first times in my life where I can truly say so. And it's not like ecstatic, it's this calm, everyday happiness with awareness that your life is just good. So yeah, this is something I want to cultivate, and I want to make my life even better, and I want to take care as I can. So this is the big plan. So I have things that are just like in my mind, and also I was talking about this simplification of things, because I had a tendency of planning a lot of stuff, and then just hustling, not to say different words, trying to achieve all these super high goals that I put in front of my face. And unfortunately, ADHD very often comes with kind of innate perfectionism. So the moment when something that I was doing wasn't done perfectly, I was just like, yeah, I'm done. Doesn't make sense. If I'm not perfect at something straight away, it means that I am crappy at that. And it means that it doesn't make sense. So, yeah, do you see the logic in that? I don't. But even being aware of that being completely nonsensical, I wasn't able to change it. So now I am trying to simplify things so it's easier for me to reach small goals. I don't have like huge goals, huge targets with everything. Everything that I'm doing in my life at the moment, it's just basically step by step. I am testing things, I am introducing things, but when I see that they don't work, I just change it. I drop it, rethink, and try again, because for the first time in my life, I don't feel like giving up. Hello, I have a cat here with a toy that is making some sound, so yeah, no, Peppa needs attention. Hi, baby. At least she's not sitting. Later, I was just like getting myself ready, because now to stitch with all my bag and everything, not to cause a headache, I need to sit in a very particular position that I just basically hate, because I'm stiff and I'm not slumping over, I'm not slouching, and this is how I lived my whole life, just like being slouched over things. And now I sit with a straight back and just trying to not to annoy anything in my body, so it doesn't start hurting. Larry's stand is definitely a huge help in that. But I had it set up, and I had my Larry stand, and I had my stitching in here, and suddenly Peppa just jumped over and she just sat on it. And it's just like, no, you fluffy butt cannot stay here. So I moved that, so she just like placed herself on my lap. She loves sitting just like cross-legged, so there is like a nest in between my legs, so she loves just placing herself there. She plops, and this is what is happening now. We are cuddling woman and you cannot do anything. So yeah, but no, I think that they lost interest. They dropped the toy and just like went away. My boyfriend got some cold or flu. I hope it's not flu. He got cold, and he is at home today and tomorrow at least. So maybe the cats. We'll just go and try to entertain him. And so if you hear like any music or any sounds somewhere in the background, he's just watching some series in the living room. So yeah, this is like the big plan, and why I'm talking about that. I'm talking about that because I need a way to keep myself accountable. So of course my first thought was separate Instagram account for just like your mental and physical fitness journey. But am I ready? Am I ready to just commit? Because this is something that would require me to post like every day and so on. So I'm just like not sure, because that would be another thing that I kind of have in my head as something that I would like to have a specific look, but I don't know if I can achieve that, and I don't want to just like put this kind of burden on myself to just like get another thing perfect. So I'm still wondering if I'm just like ready to like simply go in and just do stuff just for the accountability reasons, because I'm definitely not going to become any kind of like weight loss / fitness influencer and so on, because everything that I'm doing, I'm just doing for myself. This is my journey. If anyone wants to join me, that's awesome, but basically this is your body, your rules, and something that is working for me may not be working for you. So yeah, I'm an amateur. I have no idea what I'm doing. This is like trial and error all the time, all the way, like the whole life. So I'm just hoping that I'm going to achieve things. So let me know what you think. Would you like to see something separate, or is it okay that from time to time I'm just going to get here with my stitching, give you an update what was happening, and I'm just going to have, I don't know, like a fitness journal or whatever, and just do that for myself only. And if you by any chance know anything about like fitness trackers, I'm talking about pen and paper, just like something I can print out, or I can use a template for, or whatever, or it can be also like an app for my tablet, but more like a paper journal for the tablet, if you know what I mean. Because any kind of apps, it's just like too much for me for this kind of like tracking. Pen and paper works, even at the moment with the stitching, because I see Excel would work, but having like a dedicated app with just like all bells and whistles, this is not what I want. This is not for me. I am simplifying things, and even if you think that pen and paper is not necessarily simplifying things, for me it is. For me it is, because this is the most organic, I would say, way of doing things, of tracking things. This is how my life was going the whole time. Pen and paper. These are the things that just make my brain happy. Sorry, I need to pause you for a second. My boyfriend was just sneezing in the background, so I needed to tell him bless you. So, yeah. There are things that I'm just trying to find in me. How to do things that are good for me, how to track them so I can look back and see progress. And I want to do everything in just smaller chunks. So instead of, for example, thinking, oh, this is going to be like the whole year for me at the moment, and in a year I'm going to lose this and this amount of weight, and my body is going to be this and that and so on. No. Chunks. Small chunks. So my first timeline, I'm going to start with 2 weeks, 14 days, just to see the track, to see where I am, how I feel with everything. Does anything need tweaking? Does it work? Doesn't it work? And so on. What is good? What can be improved? And yeah, use that as a starting point. Then maybe the next one is going to be next 2 weeks, or if I see that things are going better, I can do a whole month. Then maybe, I don't know, 6 weeks and so on. But I don't want to give myself a super huge goal, long time, and try to stick to that day by day, step by step, slowly. I am done with pretending that my brain works the same way as other people's. This is one of the things with neurodivergency as well. You need to learn a lot about your head, about things that work for you, about things that you are comfortable with. It is so easy to compare yourself to people on the internet and just say, geez, they did it, why cannot I do that? I'm just stupid, blah blah blah. No. Even if you think that ADHD, this is something in your brain and it shouldn't be affecting the physical things that you are doing, believe me, it does. It does. If you are neurotypical, good for you. I'm proud of you that you're just going through life without two thought tracks in your head all the time. That probably the amount of screaming in your head is 0. That there are things just this must be amazing. I'm still learning how to live as a person with ADHD, without the constant need of comparing myself to people whose brains work just differently. So yeah, I'm searching for ways and methods that work for me, and sometimes it may seem that it's not the most conventional or orthodox way, but if I find something that works for me, it means that it works for me, and it doesn't matter if anyone else finds it silly or thinks that there are better ways to do things. Yeah, maybe they are, but this is the one that works for me. So that was the thinking part that was happening, and now I'm just like slowly moving to the doing part. So today I slowly started with a few things. As I mentioned in the past, I managed to work on kind of tiny self-care habits. That the first thing at the moment in the morning that I do is just like, of course, taking my meds, and then like brushing my teeth, just like a normal toilet stuff. And recently this is like washing my face and putting face cream on. It probably sounds super silly that this is something that I am so proud of, because it's a normal thing for most of the people, but for me it was just like, no, just like, brushing teeth, blah blah blah, that was fine, but washing my face, putting cream on, required so much mental capacity for me that I just used to skip it. I was just like, nope. But recently I started noticing that my skin feels uncomfortable, and just like definitely like the moisturizer was missing, and the skin barrier was not in the best shape for sure. So now it's moisturizer, the skin barrier restoring cream as well, and even from time to time I do a face mask. So yay, all the fun. And this is something that I am really proud of, because I absolutely see the difference already, and my skin feels less uncomfortable. So happy days. So I did that, then I made myself some tea. I am trying to limit my caffeine intake, or at least from coffee and other stuff. So I am drinking my mate. Just like, I don't know if I can just show you. I don't want to just drop it, but I have like a gorgeous raccoon mug. So I have my mate. Then I spent some time organizing my space, because of course as I am off work, this kind of routines that I have around my desk and so on, they are not in place at the moment. So there were piles of things around me that were kind of built up. Yeah, if you have ADHD, you know the piles. So I cleared the piles and they're gone. And I can just like sit in a really, really nice spot at the moment and stitch a bit. And now I'm doing strange things with my needle, so okay, then I found like an awesome way of doing stuff, but not necessarily working on all lengths of thread. Okay, and I have a teeny tiny waist tail here. So I did that. I planned meals for today, and again I am trying to make stuff as simple as possible, so I don't want to think of a meal, plan a meal before, and then when it comes to just like the preparing the meal, I don't want to just find myself thinking, oh my god, it requires too much. I cannot deal with that, because this is a very, very easy way to just find yourself getting lost in your plans and trying to get something easy, so like takeaway or whatever. So I'm really simplifying things now. I'm building meals around protein and fiber with a tiny bit of carbs in that, because carbs, we know, carbs mean happiness. And also another plan is to try and limit dairy a bit. So yeah, we shall see how it goes. But I feel very good at the moment in terms of my headspace, where I am, because very often when I had just like this plan, it was, yeah, we're doing everything at the same time, we're just changing the whole life, and it was becoming so overwhelming that it wasn't sustainable in any way. So yeah, it simply didn't work. And at the moment, having like a bit different mindset and going through everything step by step, I am feeling more confident that I can actually get somewhere with that and change some of my eating habits, learn new things, and provide myself with a better life, I would say, because this is something that is the main goal. So, healthier life, healthier body, and coming with that, I hope, also healthier mind. Everything is connected. Holistic approach and so on. So yeah, it wasn't definitely like a 2025 resolution or anything like that. Just decision that I think that I needed time to grow up to. And I did. And I'm here. And I'm trying. So please keep your fingers crossed. Let me know if you have any tips, if you would like to join me, if you are doing something yourself that is potentially going to help you make your life better. And another thing that I just want to introduce, because as I was just saying that I am so happy to have amazing, beautiful people in my life. I want to train myself to be better at checking on them, staying in touch, and just being. The world is a strange place at the moment, but knowing that we have our hobbies and we have each other and we have each other's backs makes it a bit less scary place. So yeah, I'm just going to finish this thread probably, because let me tell you, just stitching almost white on white is definitely not my favorite thing. And it kind of, as I see this sea of white here, it puts my brain to sleep. So I cannot stitch too long like that, even if that's kind of a blocky stitching almost. But it's so boring. I really want to go back to this ear area, but if I start doing the more exciting part, I will never get back to this one. So yeah, we're just powering through, hoping that at some point this will be done and I will be able to do only the exciting things. So let me just mark off what I did here to see what we did together. We did 216 stitches together, so this is amazing. So I will be just finishing off at the moment. Thank you so much for being here with me. Yeah, it means a lot. Love you so much. Happy stitching, and take care of yourselves and of each other.